Uvs Lake is a highly saline lake in an endorheic basin, Uvs Nuur Basin in Mongolia, with a small part in Russia. It is the largest lake in Mongolia by surface area, covering 3,350 square kilometers at 759 meters above sea level. The northeastern tip of the lake is situated in the Tuva Republic of the Russian Federation. The largest settlement near the lake is Ulaangom. This shallow and very saline body of water is a remainder of a huge saline sea which covered a much larger area several thousand years ago. Name: the name Uvs Nuur derives from subsan, a Mongolian word referring to the bitter dregs left behind in the making of arag, and Nuur, the Mongolian word for lake. The name is a reference to the lake's salty, undrinkable water. Geography: Uvs Lake has a length of 84 kilometers and a width of 79 kilometers, with an average depth of 6 meters. Its basin is separated from the rest of the Great Lakes depression by the Kankokhi Ridge. However, it is not a rift lake as some mistakenly think. The main feeding rivers of the Baru and Turu and Nariangol, and tease from Kangai Mountains in the east, and the Karkira River and Sangjal Gol from the Altai Mountains in the west. Ecology: the very large catchment area with no exit results in highly saline water, primarily due to sulfate and sodium ions. The lake freezes over from October to May. In summer, it exhibits a temperature gradient from 25 degrees Celsius at the surface to 19 degrees Celsius at the bottom. 29 different species of fish have been counted in Uvs Lake. One of them is suitable for human consumption. Protected sites: all of the lake and many parts of its surroundings have been declared protected sites. The UNESCO is using the designation Uvs Lake Site as an umbrella term to summarize 12 separate clusters of protected sites, each a representative of a major Eastern Eurasian biome. Lake Uvs Basin: the Uvs Lake is the terminal basin for the Uvs Lake Basin, which covers an area of 70,000 square kilometers and represents one of the best preserved natural steppe landscapes of Eurasia. The border between Mongolia and Russia runs through the northern periphery of the basin. Here, the world's most northern desert meets the world's most southern tundra zone. Apart from the Uvs Lake, the basin comprises several smaller lakes. As these lakes lie to the north of other inland seas of Central Asia, they are of key importance for waterfowl migration. Since the basin spans the geoclimatic boundary between Siberia and Central Asia, temperatures may vary from -58 degrees Celsius in winter to 47 degrees Celsius in summer. Despite its harsh climate, the depression is home to 173 bird species and 41 mammal species, including the globally endangered snow leopard, argali, and Asiatic ibex. The population density is low here. The lack of industry and the reliance of the inhabitants on traditional ways such as nomadic pasturing have little impact on the landscape and allow the ecosystem to remain relatively pristine. In 2003, the UNESCO listed the Uvs Lake Basin as a Natural World Heritage Site. It was nominated as one of the largest intact watersheds in Central Asia, where 40,000 archaeological sites can be found from historically famous nomadic tribes such as the Scythians, the Turks and the Huns. This transboundary patrimony is one of the largest sites inscribed in the World Heritage List to date.